Well, this is my second reading for today. Today is Monday, August 25th, 2025. This article is from my popular magazine called Popular Mechanics. While in college, I read a lot of Popular Mechanics magazines. It was like my life support at the time because my college didn't have this magazine at the library, even though it's a national university. So I bought this magazine every month in Seoul and went back to my town in Gwangju, where the Jeonnam National University is my alma mater. And then I just read a lot of articles in the magazine which helped boost my English to the current level. Today the title is She Was Dying, Then a Swarm of Stinging Bees Healed Her. That's interesting, right? Bee venom saved a woman's life and could be the basis of future drugs for a range of painful conditions. By Manasi Wag. Bee stings unexpectedly cured a woman's Lyme disease, even after her body was breaking down from disease complications. Bee venom's main component, melittin, kills Lyme bacteria in research and anecdotal reports, but it wasn't medically approved. Okay, so bee venom's main component, melittin, kills Lyme bacteria in research and anecdotal reports. But it isn't medically approved. Research on the therapeutic uses of bee venom is ongoing because it does show promise. One sunny day, Ellie Lobel, who had a PhD in nuclear physics and 3 children, was attacked by a horde of Africanized bees, commonly called killer bees. It means marble, right? Here in Korea is marble, hornet. Lobel shielded her eyes and expected to have a deadly anaphylactic reaction, she said in a 2015 BBC article describing her experience. The 45-year-old English woman was in palliative care in California because she was dying from Lyme disease. Palliative, right? Like a hospice, palliative. I encountered these words several times, right? Palliative. She had stepped outside to experience some sunshine and peace when the bees attacked. Swollen and in pain, Lobel expected the end was imminent. At least that's what she thought. Palliative care. 15 years earlier, Lobel had unknowingly endured a tick bite. The tick carried the bacteria Borrelia burgdorferi, which causes Lyme disease. If caught in time, Lyme disease is treatable with antibiotics, though the bacteria are known to sneak around the immune system and even cause flare-ups long after apparent recovery. Borrelia burgdorferi can travel anywhere in the body, even to the heart and brain, causing neurological degradation, terrible pain, and a host of complications. About 476,000 people per year get Lyme disease in the U.S., according to a CDC report from March. Unfortunately, Lobel, whose doctors didn't identify the symptoms as Lyme disease until over a year after she was bitten at age 27, was one of the unlucky ones, suffering with increasingly unbearable symptoms in the body that was breaking down, Lobel had accepted that she wouldn't live longer. That said, for 3 days after the bee attack, Lobel endured fevers and throbbing inflammation. On the 4th day, she woke and unexpectedly felt normal. The first time she felt a sliver of normalcy in 15 years. Over the next days, weeks, and months, Lobel's condition improved dramatically, her brain fog clearing, her pain diminishing, and her strength returning. While researching bee venom, she realized that the melittin in the venom, which causes an instant burning sensation under the skin during bee stings, must have been her savior. Blood tests later confirmed that there was no more Borrelia in her body. It was gone. Many cultures have touted the benefits of animal venom. Bee venom therapy in particular has been used as far back as ancient Egypt, says a 2024 article from research database company EBS-CO. Modern studies show that bee venom's key component, melittin, has antibacterial and antifungal activities and potential anti-tumor properties, according to a 2017 paper in the journal Neuroscience Bulletin. Mice and in vitro studies have also proven its antiviral, antibacterial, and anti-cancer effects. A small protein molecule composed of 26 amino acids, melittin contains both anti-inflammatory and inflammatory compounds, and it can literally make bacterial cells explode because it weakens a cell's protective membrane. A November 2017 study of bee venom and melittin published in the journal Antibiotics showed that, at least outside of a living organism, the compound killed Borrelia burgdorferi. Researchers looking for new therapeutic drugs have been making forays into the potential of animal venom for decades, with some succeeding. Perhaps the most famous contemporary example is Ozempic, whose main drug compound mimics a venom component of the Gila monster, a venomous lizard native to the southwestern U.S. In 1997, Glenn King at the University of Queensland, Brisbane, Australia, put the venom of the deadly Australian funnel web spider under scrutiny and figured out how to tease out its disparate components. "I was just blown away," he told the BBC. "This is an absolute pharmacological goldmine that nobody's really looked at." Now he and other researchers are developing a drug from a key molecule in the venom that prevents injuries to heart cells during heart attacks. That's good. So during the heart attacks, there's a damage to heart cells. I didn't know about that. Many therapeutic venom studies haven't passed the point of animal testing, though. Anecdotal and preliminary studies show that bee venom could relieve pain, symptoms of Parkinson's disease, osteoarthritis, fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis when a trained medical professional injects it under the skin. Bee venom is also being investigated for use in killing HIV cells. However, more research is needed before it could potentially become a standard treatment for any of these conditions, according to the Mayo Clinic. Lobel herself went on to experiment extensively with bee venom on herself and eventually developed a self-administered treatment protocol for Lyme disease, ensuring the elimination of her own disease in the process. She has spent the past several years promising her bee venom therapy protocol for Lyme disease, which uses live honeybees' stings, and in educating people about the disease. In Korea, we use that therapy too. Lobel has also written a book about how to self-administer bee sting therapy, self-administer bee sting therapy if you suffer from this disease. However, medical professionals consider it a controversial alternative treatment because it is not approved by any medical agency, and the Centers for Disease Control does mention it as a treatment. Some people who have used the therapy and found relief, like Rebecca Hayward of the UK, report that it's last-ditch effort because nothing else has worked to relieve their terrible symptoms. But the treatment doesn't work that same for everybody, she cautions, and the very real possibility of dying from a bee venom allergy always hovers in the background. The top of Hayward's article on the Lyme Disease UK website recommends not attempting self-treatment without precautionary measures and oversight by a medical professional. Well, that's rather lengthy and I feel sleepy. Not because I lack the sleep hours, but because I have a brain fog. Maybe I should experiment this bee venom treatment on my brain fog, right? I think a bee stings are a good working treatment. I recommend this therapy to anybody who wants to experiment it. Thanks for listening and have a great Monday. Bye-bye.